What is a veteran?
A veteran is someone who served our country.
A veteran is anyone who has served our country.
A veteran is a retired soldier.
A veteran is someone who has served in the armed forces.
Somebody who is in the army.
Do you know any veterans?
I have two sons that are veterans. My oldest was in Special Forces and served many terms in Iraq. He went in when he was 18 and served for 17 and a half years. So it's very important to me that we honor our veterans. I have another son that is George's youngest son, and he served many Iraq duties. He was with the group when they went to Saddam Hussein's, and after they had got him, he caught a carp in Saddam Hussein's pond using a rope and some type of wire, and he's notoriously famous in the National Guard for that.
I know some veterans. I had my uncle and both my grandpas served in the military.
Yes, I know many veterans. My dad was a veteran. He was in the Vietnam War. He served our country. I have several cousins, Andrew Smith, many others, plethora of friends, Sean Swanson, many great people in the community, and I love them dearly.
My cousin is a veteran.
My husband is a veteran. His name is Ben Vidales, and he is in the Army, or he was in the Army. He did 2 tours in Afghanistan, and he is now home safe.
My father was a veteran who served in World War II. My son-in-law is a veteran who served in the Navy.
Adam Domina.
Are you a veteran?
I served in the United States Air Force from 1985 to 1989. I was stationed in Guam. I did a temporary duty for 2 months in the country of Egypt, got to see the pyramids and the Sphinx. I enjoyed my time in there. The morale and the camaraderie that you develop in the military is a thing that I missed deeply.
At U.S. Navy, and I served on a destroyer, which is sometimes called Tin Can, and I also served several years on a nuclear submarine. And when I was on the nuclear submarine, I was a sonar man. And so I wore earphones a lot of the time, and I listened to all the sounds that the ocean made. And I heard whales and shrimp and other ships and other submarines and many different sounds. Sometimes we could hear the surf even.
What is Veterans Day?
Veterans Day is a special day to me to honor all the men and women that served our country.
Veterans Day is a time where you can celebrate about the veterans and what they did for our country.
Veterans Day is a day that we celebrate all the veterans that have served protecting this country and our freedom.
Today we think about veterans.
Why is it important to celebrate Veterans Day?
Why I think it's important to celebrate Veterans Day is because many of our servicemen and women have put in many of their time, effort, and left families to go serve our country for us. And we have our freedom today that we have to be able to live in a country where we can honor God and we can serve other people and do the things that we want to do because of our veterans. And many of them have lost lives because of this. It's a very important day that we need to truly celebrate and honor those who have given their time and their lives for us and our freedom.
It's important to celebrate Veterans Day because so many people give so much for our country. We don't realize the sacrifices that they make for their families, for our families, just for the simple freedoms that we have. It is so important to celebrate these individuals because without them, all of what we have would be impossible.
I think it's really important to celebrate Veterans Day to memorialize our veterans who risked their lives and in some times actually gave their lives for our country so that we can have the freedoms that we enjoy today. And it's important that we remember them and that we honor them.
Okay, so I think it's important to celebrate Veterans Day because the people who have served our country have done so much for us and given us our freedom, so it's important that we celebrate that freedom.
It's important to celebrate Veterans Day to honor the veterans who fought for our freedom.
It's important to celebrate Veterans Day because veterans have served our country very well, and it is very important to celebrate and thank them for everything that they've done.
It's important for us to celebrate Veterans Day to honor these people.
It is important to celebrate Veterans Day because they served our country and they protected our freedom.
What would you like to say to veterans?
Hello, veterans. I would just like to thank you for all that you have done for our country, past veterans, present veterans, and any future veterans. And I just want to say I'm thankful that our school is putting together an assembly for you today and that our children will be able to feel this togetherness that our school has today in celebrating you. Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You don't know how much your sacrifices mean to us. It may seem like you go very underappreciated. You may feel very overwhelmed. You may feel like what you do is for naught because there are so many people that choose not to show their appreciation, their gratitude, and that they're thankful for what you do, but know that there are many of us that would give anything to give you something back.
Thank you all the veterans for all that you've done for our country.
I would like to say thank you to all the veterans all around the world. I have had my grandfather, my father, my brothers, my nieces, my nephews, my husband, and my son all serve in the Army or the Navy or the Air Force, and I greatly appreciate them and want to say thank you.
I'd just like to say thank you to all the veterans that have served for us and made sure that we have all our freedoms in the country.
I would like to thank them for serving for our country and for our freedom, and we appreciate everything they do, and they're good role models for our community, and we hope to have more assemblies and to be able to thank them for all that they do.
I want to thank veterans for dedicating their lives to our country, taking so much of their time away from their family to protect our freedoms. Thanks, veterans.
Thank you for your service.
I would like to tell all the veterans, thank you for your service. It was very appreciated.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for keeping our country safe.
I'd like to thank all the veterans for your service, as you are the ones that have kept our country free for all these years. Thank you.
Thank you.
When you see a veteran, make sure you tell them thanks.